I've heard this, and I don't know why this keeps coming up, but why people think you need 20% down to buy a home.
I heard people this week, somebody on our team asked the rest of them and said, how do I tell somebody, no, you don't need 20% down to buy a home? And I'm like, really? People still think that? And this was millennial. This was millennials
I'm surprised.
that felt like you couldn't buy without 20% down, and it wasn't wise even if you could buy with less than 20% down.
If you're a fan of Dave Ramsey, obviously the financial guy, I mean that's his thing, right? He says put 20% down and do a 15-year mortgage. Now, I don't know if he still believes that with a 3% interest rate. The money is so cheap. I mean,
So he doesn't believe in debt.
He doesn't believe
in debt or credit cards.
Right.
So it depends who you're listening to.
I think part of his thinking is he deals with so many people that get themselves in trouble with debt that maybe that's part of his paradigm. I think
he realizes there are a lot of people who can't manage a credit card or finances, and so they just have to it's just cut it all off and pay it all down and don't open up credit cards again or have debt. However, with interest rates at 3% and sometimes below, I don't know, locking in a monthly mortgage rate right now, even if prices are up, is still a great time to be a buyer.
I think so. And I, had this conversation with another realtor that was saying, well, what do I do? I don't know how to tell my buyers because I'm afraid they're going to overpay and then I'm going to have to sell the home for them last year. And I'm like, well, hold on a second. Do they need a place to live? Is this what homes are selling for right now? Okay. Do we know what's going to happen in the future? So, I mean, it's like, it's tough because, Tracy, we went through 2009, 2010, 2011 when people were having to sell their homes for $50,000 less than they paid for them, right? I mean, we saw some of that. I just do not see that in the cards anytime in the next few years. I just don't. I mean, we're going to have a slowdown, absolutely. I just don't see a big decrease in home prices anytime soon.
Right. So it's a big myth. 20% down for buying a home is a big myth.
I really took that off track, didn't I?
Yeah. Getting back to where we were at.
Getting back to what we were actually talking about. So this study, Tracy, you want to talk about that? It was a profile of home buyers and sellers that the National Association does, and they said, what actually people really put down.
And what they really put down, first-time home buyers, about 7%, which is interesting because 3.5% down is an FHA borrower loan minimum. And a lot of first-time home buyers are FHA borrowers with 3.5% down, but that means there's a bunch of them that are putting 10% or more down, which is great. And hopefully families are helping them if they don't have more than 3.5% down, and they're gifting them that money so that they can have more equity in their homes.
Gift, not a loan. Gift, not a loan.
Yeah. I'm saying if you're in a position to gift, what a better gift you can give your child than to build wealth through real estate. All home buyers, though, it's average of 12% down payment. So the 20% hasn't come in yet. 20% doesn't even come in with repeat buyers. They're at 16%.
Yeah, so it's interesting, and the reason, and just to clarify why somebody would want to put 20% down, is because of mortgage insurance, right?
For some loan programs. So mortgage insurance is something that's a insurance, that's money that's paid every time you pay your payment, that's given to a company that's insuring to your lender that if you default and stop paying, they're responsible, not the bank or the lender, right?
Right. And so, that financially that does make sense because you're not having to pay that if you have the wherewithal to come up with the 20% down payment.
Right. But there's the great VA loan, right? The VA loan is the best loan out there.
Oh, yeah.
And there is no mortgage insurance on that.
Yeah.
And there shouldn't be. It's a benefit to our veterans that qualify for a VA loan. There's no down payment required and no mortgage insurance. So it's a great loan, great rates.
That is by far the best program out there.
But not everyone qualifies.
You
have to do your time.
Side note, Tracy, what other, I'm going to do this as a Jeopardy question.
Test.
What other program in New Mexico is available for zero down payment? And they are out there.
I know the answer.
I know you know the answer.
It's the USDA.
Yeah.
for rural areas. And
Yep.
some rural areas are in Sandoval County, are in Valencia County, are in Torrance County.
Yep.
I don't know that there's any in
I don't
Bernalillo
think there's any
County?
in Bernalillo County, but Santa Fe County. So you get out
Yep.
to Edgewood. If you go to the East Mountains, Moriarty, down south, like you
Right.
said, there's areas where you can get those USDA programs.
It
And
still
they're
might be better to do the FHA though versus that. If it just kind of depends. But getting a great lender to help you know the difference and help you pick which loan program. A lot of times buyers have no idea, that there's all these different loan programs, and it takes a really good lender to talk with them to find out what product is going to be right for them.